Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rental Property Investing Wednesdays. I want to talk about the 5 mistakes that I made on my first rental property today. Let's get right into it. Okay, I was talking too much and then the price got raised on me. So basically, this is around maybe 2002. I was going to look at a full unit building. I was with my realtor, and the seller was there, and the seller's agent was there, and right there in front of everybody, not knowing what I was really doing. I think they were selling that property for $89,000. I was walking through the place. It was a full unit building. It didn't need any work. It had two tenants already in it. What I said out of my mouth was, "Why you guys selling the property for so cheap?" The I remember the seller and the seller's agent just looking at each other. And I made my offer later on that day or the next day. And when I made my offer, they basically they denied the offer. They came back to me and said, "You know what? We're going to raise the price on this property. We feel like the property is priced a little bit too low. We're going to raise the price." They raised the price to $112,000. I wound up spending over $22,000 that I didn't have to spend because I was talking too much. When you go look at properties, you really need to be complaining, saying that you don't like this could be better, this is messed up. Oh wow, look at these ceilings. Oh, it looks like we have a leak over here. All this furniture looks really, really old. You need to be complaining. You don't need to be over there talking about, "Oh my God, I love this." Don't do that. Don't do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. That's the first mistake I made. Mistake number two: the bedrooms were very, very small. Back then, I really didn't have a lot of experience, and this is my first property. I was 22 years old. I didn't have a lot of experience, and those bedrooms, there were two-bedroom apartments. The bedrooms are really, really small. So when I went to go rent those apartments out, it would be very hard to rent the apartments out because the bedrooms were so small because people's bedroom sets would not fit inside the bedrooms. Normally, people have queen size bedroom sets or they have a queen size bed. And if that queen size bed can't fit inside the bedroom, they're not going to take the apartment. I would probably show the place to 10 people. Out of 10 people, none of them will want the place. So basically, I would just be just tired, so tired from going over there over and over and over again, trying to show the apartment, trying to get somebody to take it. When somebody did say, "Hey, yeah, I want the place," I would just hurry up and rent them the place because I was so tired of showing it because the bedrooms were so small, it got turned down left and right. Nobody's gonna ever tell you that. That's something that you're only gonna hear that here. If you have an apartment building with small bedrooms, you understand what I mean. It's very, very hard to rent those apartments out. You want bedrooms that are pretty big, pretty spacious. They don't have to be humongous, but they need to at least be able to fit a queen size bedroom set and some walking around, and some walking around room. Okay. Number three, I didn't have screening software, meaning that when I would rent to my tenants, I didn't have a way to screen them. I didn't have the way to see if they had evictions. I didn't have the way to see if they had a criminal history. I didn't have the way to see their credit history. I didn't have any kind of software to use that to do that. Now I use a screening software. It's really, really good. It's called what is the hell is this called? It's called mysmartmove.com. Mysmartmove.com. That's what I want you to use to screen your tenants. Okay. Number four, I was constantly picking bad tenants. The reason why I was constantly picking bad tenants is because I wasn't screening them. This was my process back then. Do you have the money to move into this apartment? Yes, I have the money. Okay, well, you have the apartment. That was my process. I didn't call their jobs to verify employment. I wasn't calling the landlord to see if they were a good tenant, the current landlord that they were living with. I wasn't running a background check, an eviction report. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't going to the home where they live at to see how they keep their home. I wasn't doing anything. Do you have the money? Yes, I have the money. Here's the keys. Here's the lease. Please pay your rent on time. That was my process. And that process, it kept me in a really, really bad situation. Most of the times they'll pay that first month rent, first month security, and I would never hear from them again. They would just not pay the rent for like the next 6 or 7, 8 months, and the next time I would see them would be in eviction court. And then when they did move out, they would be taking my stove and my refrigerator out of the units. Seriously. So I was really, really bad at picking tenants. I was like a bad tenant magnet. Now I'm really, really good at picking tenants because I know what to look for and I know the questions to ask. And you'll know the questions to ask too. Just keep following this page. My taxes, number 5, my taxes weren't, there wasn't escrowed into my mortgage. Let me explain to you how it goes back in 2002. This is how it went. So you had two options. You could either have your mortgage and then your taxes separate, or you could have your taxes escrowed into your mortgage. What I decided to do, trying to be cheap and not really wanting to spend a whole bunch of money, what I decided to do was I wanted my taxes to be separate because in my mind, my mortgage is going to be cheaper. So let me give you an example. My mortgage is $1,000 at this property. Okay. Now, if I add the taxes, it's going to be like $1,250. I wanted my mortgage to be as cheap as possible, but here's what happened. I'm a 22-year-old, and I'm really, really busy running the streets, doing a lot of, hanging out and partying, and I was working, and I was just doing a lot, spending time with my family. I was a new father. I was really, really busy, and a lot of times what I would do is I would forget to pay my taxes. Now, I had the money to pay them. I would just forget to pay them. So what would happen was, when you don't pay your taxes, somebody would buy your taxes. So say, for instance, somebody would buy my taxes for, let's just say, $300. Now, you're going to get a letter in the mail to say, hey, such and such bought your taxes for $300. Now, when you buy your taxes back, they're not $300 anymore. Now they're $500 because that person wants to make money on the money that they put up. It's a business. So they put their money, it's an investment for them. So they put down the $300, it's gonna be $500 for you to get it back. It's interest that they charge. And the longer and longer it takes for you to pay it back, it's more and more interest. If you never pay it back, they wind up getting your property for the $500. I promise you. So that was another mistake that I made, not escrowing my taxes into my mortgage. I'm giving you real jewels right here. These are things that nobody ever talks about. Now, I believe that it's mandatory that when you get a mortgage, you have to put your taxes inside of the escrow. They're automatically escrowed inside of the mortgage. So, that's a really, really good thing. Those are 5 of the mistakes that I made. I don't want you to make those mistakes. I want you to like and subscribe to this page so you're not making any mistakes. I've been doing rentals. I've been doing real estate since 2002. I have over 20 years of experience. I'm still buying properties. I buy single family homes. I buy multi-unit properties. I do step-by-step how to do rentals, how to get funded, how to find workers, the properties to buy, the properties not to buy, how to do comps. I have a course that I'm dropping probably within the next few months, and I really want you to, tap in and just like this page, subscribe to this page. And also I have a link in the bio. It's a link that shows you how to get your business set up correctly. Tax ID number, articles of incorporation, business bank account, that's free. It's a PDF. I need you to click that, check that out. Become a part of the community. Okay? This is Flip Plug Network. This is episode 1. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.